Imagine if you knew exactly what your life was going to be like. Like from the beginning to the end, you know exactly what is going to happen at every step of the way. Imagine what your life was going to be like. It's going to be full of fear, worry, expectations. You know, it's going to be boring, to be honest, because you're just going to be, you know what is going to happen, but you're still like expectant of it, like you're just waiting for it to happen instead of living through the process before it happens. You know, it's just going to feel like a movie. Let's say you watch the movie once, you watch it twice. You know, when you watch it again, you already know what's going to come next. All the twists and turns don't excite you anymore because you already knew they were coming. So there are no longer twists or turns. That is what uncertainty brings. Uncertainty helps you stay excited, helps you stay grounded, helps you stay positive, confused. You know, all the emotions that human beings are supposed to feel, uncertainty helps you feel all the emotions. Because it is in those emotions that you find life. If those emotions are not there, then life would just be so, monotonic, just steady. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, somebody tells you, you meet the love of your life, or somebody proposes to you. You're like, oh, I knew that was happening. I knew that was gonna happen. Or you meet somebody for the first time, and you're like, and the relationship turns into, the person turns into your partner. You're like, yeah, I knew that was happening. How exciting would that be? Not exciting at all. Or you meet a friend and you're like, yeah, I know you're going to betray me, and I know you're going to betray me in a week, so there's no point being your friend. Like, you miss out on feeling betrayed. I know this sounds funny, like wanting to feel betrayed, but that's literally what life is about. Feeling every emotion. You can't just be living life on one emotion. Happy, happy, happy. I knew. No, there needs to be some kind of, I didn't see that coming. That is how we enjoy movies. And the same thing applies to life. We enjoy life because of how uncertain it is, because of how steadily excited we are about, I don't know what tomorrow is going to be like, but I hope it is good. We just hope. We can't be sure of what it's going to be like. And the funny thing is, saying that you hope is good is a bit of a subjective thing, because there's different levels of good. There is like crazy good, there is happy good, there is sad good too, there is all kinds of good. But when you already know what kind of good it's going to be like, it's just not exciting anymore. You don't feel any form of excitement. So uncertainty makes your life feel less of a movie, more of a movie that you're just seeing for the first time. So all the emotions that comes with it, you just enjoy it. And that's why new experiences they are very meaningful, because let's say you meet somebody for the first time, you don't know what that person is going to be to you. You don't know if the person is going to be a lover. You don't know if the person is going to be your friend. You don't know if this person is going to be, a betrayer. You just know this person is a person. So that allows you to, immerse yourself in that relationship, whatever it turns out to be. You're just open-minded about whatever happens. And then you go through all the emotions. For example, you go through the first phase, which is not knowing what this person is going to be like. And then you go through the next phase, which is maybe getting to know the person some more and being like, okay, I kind of see this person becoming really close as a friend. Or you say, I kind of see this person becoming a lover. I feel a spark. And then you go to the next stage, which is where maybe the person actually becomes your friend, or actually betrays you, or becomes a lover, maybe after the spark, it graduated into something serious in terms of a relationship. The person eventually becomes your partner. You see how all these phases were exciting. That is what uncertainty brings. The same thing with an opportunity. Let's say you start a job. You don't know what the job is going to bring you. Let's say it looks like a very small job. And then when you start the job, you meet somebody in that job who has big opportunities for you. And then before you know it, you're working in a bigger opportunity instantly, not by going through years. This actually happened like within a few months, because you just met somebody who has that big opportunity. Now imagine you already knew that from the beginning. Yeah, it will probably help you appreciate the small job more because you know what's going to come out of it, but it's just not going to be exciting because you already know, yeah, I'm going to get some big opportunity from this. This is what uncertainty does. The same thing with risks. When you are trying to start a project, you don't know all that will come with that project. Like you're scared, you're worried, like will it work out, will it not work out? Like you're just feeling all the emotions, and then eventually it works out, or eventually it doesn't. The point is, you went through all the emotions. You did not have any tip on how it was going to turn out. You went through all the emotions. Those emotions are what makes life exciting. And that's why uncertainty is very important in life. And that's why whether you fail or you succeed, both of them have value. Like the unpredictability of the outcomes is what makes life more exciting. You know, there's this thing where they say difficult times don't last forever. The unknown also means that things can improve when you least expect it. So when you're starting an opportunity, you are always, unsure about what is going to come out of it. So not knowing that alone, makes you unsure of what's going to come out of it. So it makes whatever comes out of it become, surprising to you. Imagine if you're starting a project and you already knew how the project was going to end. It's not going to be that exciting, right? So learn to embrace the uncertainty. Uncertainty helps you stay grounded. Uncertainty helps you stay in the moment. You're not going to be thinking about tomorrow. You're just going to be thinking about today, being in the moment. Of course, you need to plan for tomorrow, but that doesn't stop you from, being in the moment. And it also helps you stay more open to results, what can happen, to how things might end. That way you're not very boxed up in how you feel about it. You're like, yeah, I know how this is going to end. No, you're like, I don't know how this is going to end, but I'm hoping it ends in my favor, but I'm also open to however it ends. That keeps life very exciting. That keeps life, interesting. That keeps life going. So, my dear friend, learn to embrace, the uncertainty of life. Stay in the moment, breathe in the moment, embrace the moment, and let life surprise you. That is what makes life exciting. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.